It's GM time. Okay, we're going to be rebuilding, well, actually retooling the Golden State Warriors for the 2021 NBA season. I covered in the last video of kind of the background of the last season's player transaction, so let's just jump into this here directly. Player retirements: Vince Carter, been in the league for around 20-21 years. Congrats to him. His last game on the Hawks, which we didn't expect that to be, but you know, with the coronavirus, since Adam Silver bringing in 22 teams to Orlando for the regular season playoffs. Goodbye, Vince Carter. Staff signing, we're going to keep things the same, guys. Steve Kerr's still going to be running with us until Steph and Clay do retire. I expect Steph, Clay, and Dre in real life to actually be Warriors for life until they retire in the next at least 7 years, maybe 6 or so. So here's an interesting part. Let's see. Okay, so we have the 6th pick in the draft. So this is kind of a no-no for me. I'm trying to go for a James Wiseman within our pick. But again, guys, we have Steph, Clay, and Dre. Those are our core three, which I always want to keep on the team. Andrew Wiggins, I want to move him. He doesn't fit with this team at all, how I see. If anything, like a Harrison Barnes, but Wiggins has too much quote-unquote potential and an ego for him to actually adventure for himself. He doesn't fit with this franchise and team, and with $30 million for 3 years each, I'm not gonna pay him and justify all that. We have a couple of young guys here. I actually want to trade some of these guys away to clear cap space. Within the Warriors, they've won 3 championships. They have playoff experience. I'm actually trying to not have young people on this team. I'm trying to get some veterans to get this going. So let's make a couple of trades. I want to clear the cap space. Look what we have for free agency. Probably not go for really anybody during that time, but it is what it is. Eric Marshall, I may keep. I'm probably going to throw him in a trade, but let's see if we can move up from the 6th pick into probably the top 3, because I really want James Wiseman. So I'll throw in the 6th pick, our 2nd round picks. I'll throw in Eric Marshall. Eric Pascal, my bad. 2.5 stars. All right, that's perfect. Here, let me find 3rd. Who's got it? Atlanta. I think Atlanta would do this. Maybe not. I have to throw in probably another 2nd round. Maybe if they really like Eric Pascal a lot, yeah. I mean, in real life, who knows? Depending who they really want. But we did get the 3rd pick. So let's actually jump in real quickly to our user pick. Hopefully nobody picked him up. I know LaMelo Ball always goes either 1 or 2. Let's see who we get right here. And I think he got picked up. Yeah, that may be the case. Hold on. Yeah, James Wiseman to the Pistons. Okay, let me pick up LaMelo Ball. And I'm not going to keep him on the team. I'm actually going to use him to be traded. This one, real life, I know. This one, real life, the Warriors probably would pick him up and then trade him automatically in the draft. But I don't think you can do that in 2K directly. So let me go right here, sign him real quickly. Okay, so we got LaMelo Ball, player options. We're gonna get that done with. Yeah, the only free agent's gonna be Anthony Davis, which is highlighted within this team. I'll offer Damian Lee. Whenever I sign him, I'm just gonna trade him away. I don't want any young cats on here. Okay, let's see what our salary cap table under. So 30 mil. No, let's clear these. I don't want these guys to be on this team. Any of these young cats. Okay, so $30 million, guys. We're going to have to trade this away immediately. So there's 2 different routes I can go for this team. I can keep it young. I can keep Andrew Wiggins with maybe LaMelo Ball, or trade him away for some young cats and prepare for 2021. I'm not going to do that. This is the case for right here. Realistically, the Warriors are probably going to keep that top 5 pick as well as Andrew Wiggins right out for the 21 season. For me in this case, Steph Curry's 32, Clay's 30. These guys need to go for championships. And the 2020 season, we're probably going to expect the Lakers or Clippers to win the championship either ways. So the Warriors are reloaded mentally, physically. So let's go back into a championship mindset. So let's see what we can find for a trade finder of Wiggins, Looney, and Ball. I want to find either a starting center as well as a small forward with this team. I'm actually looking into. Okay, none of these guys fit. I'm actually, I think a good player. Let's see actually if we can find Nurkic to be on this team. I know in real life this is probably not going to happen, but let's kind of play around with 2K. So he's around 4.5 stars. This is going to be tough for us. Okay, let's see. We throw in LaMelo Ball, Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Looney. Actually, we can't put Looney on here. I'm going to have to throw major picks at them. All right, they're going to say no, but let's see what they say. Okay, so he's going to be untouchable. So there's probably no way at all that we can be able to trade for him. Yeah, that's not the case, even if I throw another one. Okay. Man, Jokic would be a great pick for this team, but I know on their side of things, he's only, what is he, like 24, 25? He's 25. And for Wiggins and LaMelo Ball, they don't need that. They already have Jamal Murray and these young cats. I think real life is somehow the Warriors are going for a player. Don't really go for Giannis. I would focus more on Jokic because he fits more fluid into their style. But I know Giannis is, of course, the greater player. But all right, so that's not going to be the case. So I'm actually going to go for Rudy Gobert. This team doesn't really need a starting small forward to be a star like a Kevin Durant. You already have Clay and Steph to handle the offense. And where's the Jazz? I think I passed them. And whenever it comes to the Warriors, they've always had Bogut and some bigs, but they never had a true star big. And I know with Rudy Gobert, with the coronavirus situation, and with Donovan Mitchell, there's been reports and rumors of them, going back and forth, chemistry issues. So I can actually see the Jazz, if they lose in the playoffs this season, just pretty much going in a new direction. They need to kind of retool anyways. So I'm going to give them, let's see if they just go for Andrew Wiggins. It's going to be no, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so let me throw in, I'm going to help out Donovan Mitchell in them. I'm actually going to throw in LaMelo Ball. And let's see who we can go here. I'm going to need a role player for this team. Probably a Bogdan. I may have to go third team. So I want Rudy Gobert. Then I want a starting small forward. But if I'm going to give away Wiggins and Ball to them, let's throw in Kevin Looney. I need a small forward from a team. Here, hold on. Who can I go for? I'm trying to think. I need like a Wesley Matthews. I'm probably going to have to sign him in free agency, but to be a starter on this team, let's see who we can find as different small forwards. Actually, hold on. Bear with me, guys. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to have to do this real quick. Okay, let's think real quick. No. I just need a 3-and-D player. Jonathan Isaac would be perfect. I doubt the Magic do it, but let's see what we can do in NBA here, 2K here. So let me give. I'm gonna have to probably give Wiggins to the Magic, and let's see what they say for right now. Magic or acquire 17 more. So let's take on a big contract with. Let's go with Amino. They'll probably have to do like $7 million. Yeah. Man, it's tough. This is what it's like to be a real life GM. It's gonna take more time than 15 minutes here. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to throw in some picks. I'm cool with that. Let's see just what happens right now. Okay, so Magic and Jazz. So I'm gonna have. Okay, so the Jazz are gonna be getting LaMelo Ball, Kevin Looney. I'm gonna have to throw in some first round picks to both parties here. Okay, let's see what happens. Top 3 to the Magic. Okay, so we got the trade agreed with for both parties. Okay, I'm very happy about this. We got Curry, we got Thompson, small forward Jonathan Isaac. He can hit the 3-point shot, which we need him to be, and a defender. I told you before I didn't really want any young players on this team, but he does fit well with their starting 5. He's 6'11". He doesn't need the ball in his hands too much within this system. Draymond Green, Al-Farouq Amino, he's been great with the Pelicans and the Mavericks. He's a great championship contender piece for a championship team. Rudy Gobert perfectly fits within the 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make a couple of free agent signings, and then we'll jump into the next season here. All right, guys, we made trades, pickups, and free agency, and I'm actually really loving this team. As I said before, the Warriors can go either way of staying young, with having Wiggins, maybe even Wiseman, the lottery pick, and kind of have the 2021 season to play around with. Or what I'm doing here in the 2K retooling is I already know this is a championship foundation team, 5 straight finals, 3 chips, but they had injuries last season. So what we're doing here is I already made trades for Wiggins, LaMelo Ball. I picked up Rudy Gobert in that trade. I think this could be kind of realistic. Jazz are trying to let him go. And with the Warriors, I don't need a Kevin Durant star player at the 3 to score. I have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They've already been to back-to-back champion finals appearances and 73-9 records, proving Steph Curry is a 2-time MVP and unanimous, one of the greatest player in the world in 2016 regular season. So I have Curry back in his regular form here, dominant at 31 years of age. Klay Thompson, Splash Brothers together. Had Jonathan Isaac at the 3. I know he's young at 22, but he's 6'11", very lengthy. He can be a defensive minded 3 for us. Draymond Green is going to go back to the way he is, kind of a 4 guard type, to where he'll make plays, kick it off the screen for these 2 shooters. Rudy Gobert at the 5. This is a perfect defensive team and offensively as well with length. I made a couple of trades. I gave away a couple of my first round picks for this season and next. I'm going for championships, for these next couple of years. I can care less about my picks. So I picked up TJ Warren, Wesley Matthews. I actually did get him a free agency. I think with TJ Warren, this is going to be a stretch, but like James Worthy, when he was on the Lakers, he was in that 6-man role a couple times, to where he would just go out ball, score 30, get finals MVP. So same thing kind of with TJ Warren, just the playing style. I'm not talking about, on a stretch of his greatness, but TJ Warren be a perfect 6-man in this league, especially on this team, who he can score in the mid-range jumpers. Perfect 6-man for this team. Wesley Matthews as well. He can fill in that starting role if anyone gets hurt. Traded for Gary Trent Jr., very great young cat on the Blazers. Myers Leonard as well, a stretch 5 and stretch 4 for this team. I brought back Sean Livingston. He did say he did retire, but we can talk him out into it. Tell him we need another backup point guard and win another championship. Number 4, brought in Jonathan Simmons, very underrated. He was very stellar on the Spurs, especially when they went against the Warriors in the 2017 conference finals. Brought in DJ Augustin, perfect point guard, veteran for this team. Torrey Craig, great 3-and-D player, great catch and shoot type player. Brought in Tyson Chandler. This is probably going to be his last season in the NBA. Might as well go on a contender to win a championship. His veteran presence is very tough, as well as he can come in for Rudy Gobert at times. And Andrew Bogut. So we got 2 veterans. Bogut's been on this team for 4 seasons. Then he came back last season as well. So he has championship experience. I'm very excited about this team. We're going to run a 10-man rotation for all of these cats, and I'm going to simulate. I actually expect us to win the championship this first year. It's not my goal to. My goal is to actually get to the conference finals. But with the team I just presented here together, I don't really see a reason why we wouldn't. But we can jump in and see what happens. Okay, we did finish the season 52-30. Usually when it comes to NBA 2K and the Golden State Warriors, they always kind of put them down a little bit. They don't really put them to their full potential of how they could play. Let's see, Giannis, 3rd straight MVP. That's always known within here. Stephen Curry, first team, great for him. Let's see, we ended up with the 2nd seed, so this is perfect scenario for us. I don't see the Lakers or the Clippers, which is usually a home run to the finals, unless the Dallas Mavericks and Luka elevate usually in the 2nd season as they are. Let's see if there's any injuries as of right now. No. The starting 5 is looking good, as well as with their bench. No injuries besides TJ Warren. Was he out like 2 weeks? 1 and 2 weeks, so he'll be back in the 2nd or 3rd round. We're fine without him. I expect us to beat the Rockets here in at most 5 games. But in real life, instead of 52-30, with this team that's constructed, if everyone was healthy or more or less 80%, little injuries here or there, I expect the Warriors to be at least with 55 wins. Usually they take off a couple of games. Okay, so the Mavericks actually got swept by the Pelicans, and in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics and Hawks are down. So this is looking like we're going to be in the finals against the Milwaukee Bucks, unless the Grizzlies. Okay, Grizzlies are up 3-0. That's okay. I did not expect that. Let's see if we can actually do a first comeback ever, 4-0 with the Warriors. Man, it looks like we're about to get swept. That's crazy. Against the Memphis Grizzlies? Okay, that's not happening in real life. With 2K, that's the thing that gets me mad about it. Like, come on, you have the Grizzlies and the Pelicans in the conference finals. I don't get it. We're going to see most likely the Bucks going to win this championship against the Grizzlies. So we're going to have to retool, guys, for the next season here. We're going to have to see how this goes about. But in real life, we would have been in the finals against the Bucks. We're going to have to retool here. So Let me make a couple offseason changes and moves, and we'll be back into the playoffs. I only do a 2-season retool rebuild. So we're actually, as I said before, if I expect in real life the Warriors would get to the second or third round, they would lose. Of course, these would not be the teams in real life. But now we're going to have to push, go to the finals, and get a championship. So let's see if this is going to be a fail or not. Jump right into here for next season. Okay, made a couple moves in the offseason. What we're looking at for our starting five is pretty much the same. I did trade away Jonathan Isaac because Rudy Gobert actually signed back with the Utah Jazz, which was a slap in my face. So we traded Jonathan Isaac back over there, brought back Rudy Gobert. He's more valuable for us. Love him at the starting five. We were able to trade for Robert Covington, slid him over back to the threes, natural selection. So I think he's a better fit than Jonathan Isaac. Not as a better player, but a better fit and role for this team. Just be a 3D player, defensively, catch and shoot. He'll fit in very nicely. A better Harrison Barnes. But Harrison Barnes could take you kind of off the dribble a couple of times. He had an offensive mindset. But later than that, starting five is looking very nicely, guys. As well as I did bring back Andre Iguodala on the team here. For his last season, I brought in Danny Green in free agency, brought in a bunch of veteran guys who have championship experience. Wesley Matthews for his last season, brought in Boban to play the five a couple times, brought in PJ Tucker, slid him back to his natural power forward selection. He'll fit in very nicely in this offensive system. Kenneth Faried, a great energizer bunny off the bench, could use his energy. And we're going to have to change him to 35 because KD's going to get retired. And Nicholas Batum, I would love to see him on a contender. He fits in very nicely on a championship team. Brought in Patty Mills from the Spurs. He's a free agent, fits perfectly as well. We have JJ Barea and DJ Augustine. So overall, I'm really loving this team, guys. I expect us to get to the finals in real life. In 2K, hopefully as well. 2K can kind of go here or there. But let's see what happens in the playoffs and how we're going to end up this retool. Even though we didn't have the best record of 47-35, Steph Curry did go ham, averaging 37 a game and earning the league MVP for his third time. Very exciting. So we actually ended around the 6th seed. I don't know this team was very nicely constructed at the starting five again here. And Iguodala and some of these other cats on the bench. In real life, this team would have been a number 1, number 2 seed easily in the Western Conference. But I guess over here with NBA 2K, it's not the case. I think Klay Thompson's hurt. What's his price day-to-day? Okay, so day-to-day, we're going against the Denver Nuggets. Let's see what happens. I don't think with 2K here we're going to get to the finals based on how they don't really care for the Warriors. But who knows? We may get surprised or not. Okay, it looks like we're going to lose in the first round to the Denver Nuggets. We've already been eliminated. Done with the retooling challenge. But overall, guys, in 2K experience, it's 2K is it's flawed from real life, to be honest. If you're going to be really retooling, you want to keep it realistic. It has to be in the first season. Anything after that, it can go crazy. I mean, they even had the Grizzlies going to the finals and the Cavaliers in the second round, things like that. But overall, if this were real life, I expect the Warriors to kind of follow the route that I was taking in the mindset. That's something to where they could get to another finals appearance or championship. But great things are ahead for the Warriors, and Dallas Mavericks won the championship here with Luka Doncic. I actually would love the Mavericks and the Hawks to get a finals appearance one of these next 4 to 5 years. But overall, if you guys rebuild the Warriors, let me know down below what you guys think about it. But yeah, Jay out.